Howdy folks, Zelgrax here with Siberius,
Good evening.
and welcome to what I believe is actually uh, episode 3 of the Counterstrike series.
Dun, dun, dun.
Because I went back and rebranded the first one after I realized that
Oh, no.
that was it was originally just in as a battle. Now it is officially a
Yes.
Counterstrike with slightly
Yeah.
rebranded awful pictures and such for the thumbnail.
Excellent.
So, in the last outing, the Empire Army, by moi, was able to defeat the dwarf castle, and so Siberius here has put together apparently a wood elf host to combat it, and I'm going to go ahead and hit start. I suggest you do the same.
As am I.
Talk to me about your selection. Do you have a pretty good idea of do you remember what you were facing, for instance?
I remember. No. But I felt like Wood Elves had some tools that I basically gone for the opposite kind of army. The dwarfs was very much I'm gonna sit and wait for you, and if you get to me, oh dear. So I've gone for an army that can actually maneuver. That was a large part of my plan.
Interesting.
This looks nice. I know it always loads a little after you. But yeah, and Wood Elves are also an army that I've played a lot in campaign, which obviously is very different, but at least you kind of have some idea of what your units do a bit better.
Yeah, I've done nothing with wood elves yet.
They're very different in campaign. There's some things you have to. I mean, probably a bunch of the campaigns have different issues depending on what factions you play. That's part of what's fun about playing different races. But yeah, I definitely had some issues early on that maybe I could have avoided if I had known what I was doing a bit better.
Yeah.
General! Sigma calls!
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Setting up.
Great cannon! Ready for war!
That's right. I have to remember what I brought. I made this a little earlier while I was in between things.
We are Sigma's heirs! By Ulrich's wrath! Great swords! Awaiting orders! The Empire endures! The Empire endures!
Well, my guys seem pretty confident. Every time I click on them, they say the Empire endures.
I mean, it does. It doesn't matter what you do to it.
I am a pyromancer!
My bright wizard has a little bit more to say.
Is he more confident?
I am a pyromancer!
Seems unnecessary.
Yes. Now that I don't like. I'm not going to tell you what I don't like, but I don't like it.
Okay.
Sir! Ready to serve!
I also don't like it.
Demigriff Knights!
Huh, okay. There we go.
The ground quakes!
Feel free to just, say you're ready when you're ready, like on the thing. And because that just sets a timer anyway. So.
Yeah.
Victory will be ours!
Just trying to get everything positioned.
I think. Oh, I have fought on this map before. This is one of Carl Fran's missions for, I don't remember which item because he has a few. But one of his missions fights on this one, and you just get like a never-ending stream of reinforcements coming in from like that rock archway in the what was that, like northeast corner. We just keep funneling in. I don't remember what it was. Chaos or greenskin, something like that. Yeah, it was cool.
Okay. Paired here, but yeah. Okay. I have put the timer on.
Yep, I see it. Oh boy.
Let me know when you're kicking in.
I'm about to.
Wreathe them in flame!
I'm a little concerned about that, but I'm about to hit go. You ready?
Yep.
Our steeds are restless! Conditions acceptable! Go! Ready! Spot us the target! No lingering! At speed! Great cannon! Through to cannons! Go! Take the ground! Demigriff Knights! Sigma guides us. Ready for war! Take the ground! Great swords! By Girl Mirage! Hellblaster volley gun! Great march! Ready for war!
No, you can't take this, probably.
Withdraw! Moving now! We are Sigmar's heirs! No lingering! Faster! Yes? Burn everything! We await your orders! Large! Sigmar calls! Formation march! Hellblaster! No lingering! Great cannon! Crew to cannons! Show us the foe! None shall! Understood! For the Empire!
It's always so intense, man.
Yep.
Take position! General! Formation march! Shoot! Standing by! Quick march! For Heldenhammer! Go! I'll burn them! Quick march! Yes, General? For the Emperor! Take the ground! Cavalry ready! For the Emperor! Yes, General! Ready? Fight for France! Spearmen! Sigma! Taking position! At speed! Hellblaster volley gun! Summon fire! Sigma calls! Great cannon! Pick your targets! The Empire endures!
I forgot how big your army was.
Great swords!
There's some size there,
Go!
definitely.
Attack! Sigma, preserve us! Great wizard! Seething fire! Great swords!
What happened to your general?
Sigma!
I don't know. It's an excellent question.
For Heldenhammer! For France! We are Sigma's heirs! Withdraw! Sigma, preserve us!
Uh-oh.
Great swords!
Sure there's a lot of running away some of my folks are doing that.
Take them off!
I'm sure they'll rally.
Demigriff Knights! Yes, sir, quickly! For Sigma! Fire! Ready for war! Get them! Take aim! Find your targets! Great cannon! The winds glow hot! Yes, sir! Sigma guides us! Finding range, sir! Quick march! Great swords! Now! That's an order! Hell blaster! Find your targets! Cannons! Fire! Great cannon! Hit your target! Take aim! Fight for France! The Heldenhammer! Take the ground! Load it, sir! For the Emperor! For Heldenhammer!
Uh-oh,
Orders! Sigma!
my will's going. I'm still fighting. Ah!
Ooh. Yeah, that was
I forgot how much firepower you took.
Whew. Did not feel confident about that at all. For a lot of that. I don't know what happened to my general. I lost him early. Like, literally, I just lost track of him. Like, I know you were targeting him a lot, so
Yeah.
that helped. That would be that Waystalker, I think, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you just had your firepower was taking down my my characters as well though, which
I did target
really know
your,
what to do
your
about it,
general
to be
quite a
honest.
lot with the I
Yeah.
put cannons and the Black Lions again. They're such a powerful unit. Just 3 hell
Yeah.
blasters on a wagon, so that you can keep moving them around.
yeah, they did a lot of damage.
I strongly suspected you would have something behind me there.
Hmm.
I was able to see where the spaces were if I looked at your side. And I had a feeling there would be something there. So I literally had all 3 of my cavalry units around the back.
Uh-huh.
And then I put my archers somewhere I thought they would be able to shoot. Well, of course, you ended up being in combat with them initially. But I think
Yeah.
that worked to my advantage because ultimately that meant that your Wild Riders were stuck. So I could
Yeah, you
charge
locked
in with
me
the
in
Knights
there.
and the Demigriffs.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't have brought I brought the war dancers because I thought they'd help against your infantry, but I think they just died to your cavalry too fast, whereas my eternal guards were much better.
I didn't realize that it was even more dancers in there, to be honest.
Eagles and the Hawk Riders just went down before I could do anything. It's crazy.
Well, I was
Couldn't get across
very
the
afraid
field.
of them, which meant
Yeah.
I targeted them with as much as I could. They may have contributed to
Yeah.
my lord's death. I think they did. He charged in against, I think it was the Hawk Riders. One of them probably took him out.
Yeah.
One of the cannons obviously got taken out quickly. You were able to, like, I figured I was relatively well protected. I wasn't as protected as I would have liked, but it's not like I could have run the cannons away.
Yeah, it was rough because you actually were able to castle up a bit, which made it hard for me to get in at you, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to get into your artillery because I knew that was going to cause me issues, but I couldn't. I couldn't initially go in there very well. When I did send the one eagle in there, he just, I presume, died pretty fast.
Yeah, I think he did. My archers were surprisingly good. I think they actually. So you were shooting, I think, my cannon with one of your archer units. I don't know who. Maybe maybe it was the Way Watchers, possibly even the Scouts. I don't know. But like, so you were shooting like over the entire valley, and my archers were in the middle of the valley, taking no damage, and just piling down that archer unit of yours.
Yeah, eventually I realized, and I think I sent my wizard in
Yes.
to get in combat with them at least, but
And then she ran away.
it was too late. She did all right. My
She did.
general did pretty badly.
Yeah.
The Waystalker was pretty amazing again.
Yeah.
I always
50
seem to
kills.
have success with him. I mean, he took at least probably a good half or more off your general at the start.
Yeah. And I figured that was probably coming, but
Yeah.
you know, when I realized he was getting low, I tried to hide him, but that didn't really help. Come to think of it, I don't
Honestly,
know what abilities he had. May have had a little booster, but oh well.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have really focused him. I took him as more of a threat than I should have done. I probably should have concentrated on your knight units.
Or the wizard.
Yeah, well, I kept trying to get the wizard, but I think you kept moving him around.
I did move him around a fair bit. He got
So
off.
I couldn't stay on him because stuff would come in and interrupt.
I mean, I think I only did like 3 spells with him. He got off one really good burning head. I did a flame storm. To just try and disrupt your guys at the back, your archers, and then I tried the second burning head, and you had enough time to run everything away from that one. The first one, everything was in the pit. That was where the Eternal Guard were fighting my poor spearmen.
Yeah. Every time we play, I think to myself, I'm going to do a better job of not getting caught up in something and just keep trying to do stuff. But it's so hard because you worry that stuff does change when you tell someone to do something. It's very hard to just move on to the next thing without seeing what happens, because sometimes even that can be a mistake because it goes wrong, or
Right.
the situation changes. It's very hard to just play it reactively.
Yeah, it is.
There's so much going on. It's definitely a learning curve.
Well, I really didn't think I was going to win that. Like,
There was a moment halfway through where I felt like, because initially I felt like, oh, I've taken some punishment here, but there was a moment halfway through where I felt like my bow fire was beginning to make a big impact.
well, my middle crumbled,
Yeah.
and then all of a
so I
sudden
thought-
everything rallied right at the edge, and I was like, oh, I'm still in this.
Yeah, I couldn't chase stuff off. I didn't have enough stuff to chase and stay doing stuff. And yeah, I think for the middle to sort of the last quarter, I really felt like I was beginning to pull back. And even towards the end, I felt like your units were so hurt that maybe I had a chance, but then I kept realizing how much of my stuff had just gone, and not just kind of fled to a safe distance. And that was a real problem. My Wild Riders going straight off the map was bad. If they could have just at least fled,
Yeah,
but hid, then I could have come back and eaten your war machines with them or
Right.
whatnot.
or chased.
I
to,
thought
to stop those units coming.
yeah,
back.
I thought putting them in that corner, I thought I would just leave them there for like half the battle, hidden in the woods, and then when you were comfortable, charge them through your back line. But being found instantly, it was so hard to react to that, and they got such a surround that I couldn't really get out of there, so I just kind of gave up on them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything you could have done.
No,
So-
perhaps an instant just like running, but then you'd have been chasing me, and it would have been tough. So
I mean, I may have given up because I wouldn't have wanted my knights to just run all the way across the battlefield. I don't know.
yeah, it was. I was also trying to get the rest of my army in gear because I needed to at least move closer to you to to start doing some damage against your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's tricky. Maybe I should have targeted your war machines harder. Those, like you say, those war wagons are tough
Yeah,
because they're kind of hardy and they can move. So
they can
it's gonna
move.
be something
They do have pretty decent armor. I mean, obviously it helps that they're a rank 9 unit.
yeah.
Like, you know, 3 gold chevrons. I think they did a lot of damage to your lord. Like, I feel like in the dwarf battle they had a lot more kills. I don't remember, but I feel like they did. And I feel like that is in part due to the fact that they were just targeting people, like regular rank and file. Whereas this time, a lot of it was going on your general.
Kills is very deceptive.
Yeah, it is. Not in the case of my general. That is just accurate reflection.
Yeah, I felt like he stood there most of the time.
Yeah, I mean,
which is fine. I mean, he's giving leadership out and stuff, but
well, not when he's dead.
he wasn't proactive for sure. But he didn't need to be. Your army's very mobile, so you know. I guess I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. I guess so. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll come back in episode 4 and see if the Empire can rule the roost for a second. See if they can defend for a second time. That is the first successful defense, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Not gonna lie, feels good. I felt good going with the Empire. That seemed like a safe bet.
Yeah.
I'm looking
Go
forward to
with what you
mixing
know.
it up in the future. But for now, that felt like, you know, I understand the Empire best, so it was the best way for me to take down the dwarfs.
Yeah.
Cool. We will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.